I bought it when it was a different label, and it saved my bacon then many years later, saved my bacon again. This stuff is like spraying a eraser out of a can. I'm not sure what's in it, and I'm not sure I want to know. I just know it works. And the reason I know it works, beyond the fact that it has worked in my own home, I walked into my mom's house at Christmas time, and she was using it too. And she said, you know that stain in the carpet that I haven't been able to get out for years and years? She said, it's less because I used Campanelli. I'm like, okay, well, there is no higher authority than my mother. This is V83096. A member of our Campanelli team is Kylie Watts, who is joining us live in studio. It is great to see you, friend. Always a pleasure to have you back.
Thanks for having me, David.
And we are thrilled because you're getting 3 of these cans. Each one is 15 ounces, right?
That's right.
15 ounces. Now, you point, you spray, and you walk away because you let it dry and the crystals fall to the bottom of the carpet. When you come back with your regular vacuuming, it just vacuums away the stain because the stain attaches to the crystals dry, they drop to the bottom of the carpet, and you suck them up.
It literally looks like magic, but truly the magic is in the formulation. And as you said, David, you don't last for 20 seconds on QVC, let alone 20 years if your product doesn't do what we say it does, right?
Right.
And this is the very first product that they brought, but they actually formulated this about 35 years ago because the Campanellis had a retail floor care store in Boca Raton, Florida. And people would come to them not only for their vacuuming needs, but also their stain needs. And when all they could recommend were the things that you would find at the grocery stores like this guy right here, they said, we've got to create our own formulation, and we've got to change the delivery system so that you don't have to get on your hands and knees and rub and scrub and scrub. You're going to shake up the can, you're going to point and shoot, and you're going to be able to do that while you're standing up. It's awesome.
This stuff is amazing.
Yes.
Wait until you see it in action. Now, we've got some pet stains on the floor here to show you. Now, notice that Kylie is not bending over. She is just using a circular spraying motion, and it's making those paw prints disappear. Not just get lighter, I'm talking disappear.
Disappear. So what's happening, David, is there's a foaming agent, as you know, and that foaming agent is going to work lifting and separating that stain from the carpet fiber. When it does that, it forms that crystal, as you said. That crystal will drop to the bottom, and all we have to do is literally vacuum it up when it dries. It's that quick, it's that simple, it's that easy, and if it doesn't come up the first time, you just do a second application on it, but now you'll see that stain is gone, and it is gone for good, and we didn't have to do any hard work on our hands and knees.
I'll tell you, one time, I've told this story before. I got up early, made myself a cup of coffee, 18 ounces.
That's a lot of coffee.
That's a lot of coffee. And put cream in it, the whole 9 yards, and brought it into the bedroom, put it on top of my tablet, and went back to sleep. Woke up, grabbed the tablet, forgetting the coffee cup was on top.
Ooh.
Coffee turned over, and the coffee went everywhere. On the carpet, on the side of the bed, on the box spring, on that cheap stuff that they sew into the bottom of the wood.
Oh, no.
And I thought to myself, this is never going to come out. And then, like an angel choir, I remembered I had this in the closet. Oh! And I went to the closet, and I got this, and it started taking the stains out of the carpet. And then it took the stains out of the bed. I have like a fabric bed, a running board, and it took it out. And then I took everything off the mattress and popped it in the washing machine because I really did a number on everything.
Well, 18 ounces, that's a lot.
That's a lot of coffee. And then I turned the box spring up on its side, and I just sprayed Campanelli on that cheap plastic material that they staple gun or sometimes sew into the wood, right?
Yeah.
And then my phone rang. So I left the room for a few minutes to deal with a phone call. Came back, and it was gone. Not less. It was gone. On the box spring, on the cheap plastic paper, it was gone.
And has it ever come back?
No. And do I have a smell of the creamer? No. It is absolutely out of there. It is like it never happened. I'm like, talk about saving my bacon.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
This is magical stuff. Now, we talk about not having to bend over, and here's a good demonstration of that, yes?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, would you like to do this one too?
I'd be happy to.
This one we love, so you don't have to bend over. So if you've got maybe a stain underneath a dining room table or behind a couch or underneath the coffee table, you can see David is literally 6 feet away from this.
A little more than that.
All he's doing, yeah, a little bit more than that too, truthfully. Probably a good 7 feet now. Going in circular motions, you can see that red target, and he has been practicing. He's done this a time or two, which is
Look
why
at that.
I handed it over to you. But you can see, but even from 6 feet away, we're not bending over. We're not rubbing and scrubbing. And that's not just sort of gone. Once you go over that a few times.
If your aim is not good, walk a little closer to it.
Yeah.
But I'm not bending over.
No.
I'm going around in a circle, and the stain is not just lessening, it's disappearing.
That's why we love this. It really looks like magic, but
Look
the
at
magic
that.
is in that formulation. And to show
Not
you,
just less, gone.
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 Yes. And to your point with the coffee and stuff or pet stains, there's a natural odor eliminator that they put inside of this. So if you have those kind of biological pet stains, hopefully it makes them less likely to go back there. But it does help with the odors as well. And again, to kind of go back to why they created this, these were the sprays that they could only recommend in their store before. So what I did was I put the permanent marker down, 2 little swipes on here, and we're going to just use this guy right there. Let me move this one out of the way so you can see it. The famous
spray bottle.
red spray bottle. And so what happens is typically we would spray it. We've got to get the scrub brush. We're driving that stain even further down. Maybe we take that the towel and we blot it, and a little bit comes up, sure, but we're driving that stain even further, and it comes back over time. So just to kind of do that side-by-side comparison, all I'm going to do is I'm going to point and shoot. So you're going to see that foaming agent's going to go to work, creating that lifting and separating motion right there, forming that crystal and dropping it down. So that stain is gone and gone for good. So just to be fair, this one's going to be a little foamier because we're punching through the soaps. We're going to go back and clean the one that we didn't get up. That's why people have loved this for multiple decades here at QVC, and why it's one of the things that once you get it, you never want to be without it because it works so well.
It works like magic. I know that there's a science in here. I know there's probably some special formula in here that is doing the job. I don't care. It's like magic in a can. You spray eraser on your floor, and the stains are not just less. They're gone.
They're gone.
This is amazing stuff. Now you've got a carpet. Oh, you want to go here?
Yeah, let's just talk about laundry real quick before we go to that carpet, because again, we want to show you that even on different colored carpets, it's not like we're using bleach or anything crazy solvents, but you can use this as a great pre-treater for your laundry as well. So we've got some lipstick right here. So before we pop this in, you can see immediately it's going to start to lift and separate. We just pre-treat this, right? And then you can even see that red pooling out in that foam right there. We're going to just pre-treat this. It's going to pull that stain out, and then we can throw this right in the wash, right in the dryer. Great for wine stains,
That little
laundry
yellow spot
stains.
you see is a button.
Yes, that's a button. That's a button. But to your point, I mean, have you ever had this happen at one of your get-togethers or things?
Sure.
Somebody knocks over a glass of wine, and those are one of the things where you're like, oh my gosh, because carpets are expensive. They're expensive. So even on this colored carpet right here with our red wine, all I'm doing is I'm pointing and shooting, moving in little circular motions. It's lifting and separating it. And then all I have to do is once it dries is vacuum it back up.
Look at that.
And it's not affecting the color of the carpet. So we've got everything from green to red to blue to yellow. That red wine stain is up and out of there for good.
Out of the carpet and out of your life and out of your worry. Now, if you're thinking about car mats and you're thinking about all the wintertime yuck you're tracking into your car, it stains your mats at some point.
Sure.
How do you protect them?
And you think about it too, if you spill something, could be that coffee with that creamer, or the kiddos have the little yogurts and they get it all over. That will smell, especially in like the summer times. So this is great for your vehicles as well, especially in the little tight spots where maybe something falls down on the side of the seat. But this is our car mat here. So we've got just a little area in the center you can see, and Chris uses this over and over again. This is a car mat he's had for years and years. So if this didn't work, you would see that, but look, even just through the center, what a great job it does lifting and removing those stains quickly, easily. We don't have to rub and scrub.
Cuts
the
through the
formulation
stain
does it.
and removes it. Doesn't make it less, removes it. Now, if you have an old stain that you have tried multiple stain removers on, you might have to give it a couple of treatments.
That's right.
But once you do, it's going to make a huge difference for you. Now, we've got some stains on our carpet here on the floor.
We do. So you've got one that's got kind of maybe some of those everyday household stains that you have, and then I've got one that's going to be the pet stains again, and we'll come back, we'll have a little competition in the last 50 seconds just to show you how quick, simple, and easy this is. And getting 3 of them is amazing because you can put them all over the house.
1, 2, 3, go.
Ready. All right. So you can see immediately lifting and separating those carpet stains right there. I've got the paw prints, you've got the kiddo mess, I've got the big faux pee-pee stain, and remember, natural odor eliminator inside of this as well, so hopefully it'll make those pets less likely to go back to those areas. And then here we go. You beat me, but I had 5, so. in
But not
fairness.
just less, I'll help you.
Thank
Not
you.
just less, gone.
And
This
gone for
is
good.
the extraordinary part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let messes become the reason that your house is not perfect. Or maybe you're about to list your house and you need to clean it up.
Oh, good call.
Before people start coming in and looking at it. This is a great way to make sure that you eliminate all the stains on the carpet, old and new. It's Campanelli's set of 3, and we have auto delivery. You can get this delivered every 90 days for 1 year.
Nice.
So you can do that also. And once you use 1 can, you'll use the 2nd can, then you use your 3rd can, then you'll need more. So that's why the auto delivery becomes so important. Thank you, Miss Kylie.
Thanks, Stephen.
All right, we have time for 1 more item, and it's a bring back. This is called Voom.